12 fearless women and 40-mile-an-hour racehorses will be combined in the Magnolia Cup at Goodwood. The charity event is now in its 7th year and presents riders who are leading women from a variety of industries. One of them will be double Olympic gold medal winning sailor Sarah Ayton, and she joins me now in the sofa to tell us why she's swapping the sea for the saddle. Well, thank you, Sarah, for coming in. And first of all, I suppose it's such a mad idea to go from one sport to something completely different.
Yeah, it is pretty up there, I think. And actually, the more I do it, the more sort of dangerous I realise it is. But, you know, I'm really driven by a challenge. So obviously winning 2 Olympic gold medals, that's quite a challenge. Having my 2 children, Thomas and Oscar, motherhood, that's quite a challenge. But very much I needed to do something for myself, and the opportunity came up to ride as a jockey in the Magnolia Cup, and having never ever ridden before, I thought, well, that's quite a big challenge. I love Goodwood, I love going to the races, so I thought, why not? Yeah, I'll take this on.
And have you found that there's been many transferable skills from your previous career?
Oh, do you know, I think sailing is a great sport because, you know, you have to have good balance, you have to be able to take lots of information in, you have to be quite flexible in your approach. There's loads to learn, so you have to be really good at asking questions of experts. And actually, when I transitioned onto the horse, balance came in useful. I had to ask a lot of questions. And again, you have to take a lot in, and it's about that being engaged with your surroundings. And that's, I suppose, maybe that's the racing side. You're going to race, you get into character and you're engaged. And every time I get on the horse, as soon as I lose that concentration, then something happens. So in terms of, being there, being in the now, being focused, yes, very similar. But, the horse, it's a living animal, it's unpredictable. I'm in charge when I sail a boat. I'm 70% in charge on the horse, powerful animal. So it's been an education, learning about horses. I was petrified of horses before starting. So yeah, it's been an interesting journey, but that's the resilience, keep trying. Every day I'm learning so much. And just trying to be the best I can be on Archangel Raphael, my horse.
And is it your horse, or have you kind of been loaned this horse from somewhere?
I've been so fortunate in my journey, really, from actually learning how to ride. Had a great instructor, Claire, who's based in Pulborough, and she was brilliant. And actually, I think I was a good student because I knew nothing, so everything she said I did. And that's perfect. And then I transitioned into the racing yard at Amanda Perrott, also just in Pulborough. And, they have been fantastic, but most important of all, she's put me on a great horse. He may not be the fastest horse, but solid, 5 years old, has had a great career racing. And, I think he likes me riding him because I don't know what I'm doing.
And I mean, how was your first meeting with him? Did you remember to take some polos?
Oh, do you know, well, it's a bit like my son doesn't like chocolate. That's, crazy for a kid. And Arch doesn't like polos. Really? So, yeah, no, I was already at a disadvantage. But the first experience on the racehorse was, just really memorable for me because I was riding with Amanda's husband, Mark, who's a sort of retired professional jockey. And, he's like, you need to pull back, and I thought, I've got this. And sit behind me. I'm like, yeah, okay, I can follow that instruction. But of course, as soon as we were there, we were off like a rocket, straight past him. And I managed to pull up Arch before I got to the end of the gallop, so all was well. But yeah, it was a crazy experience, that very first go.
Did you find that the surge of adrenaline is the same as sailing?
Oh, yeah, it's competing. I mean, now we're at the approach of the Magnolia Cup, and, it's getting into that final build-up, just 2 weeks to go at the moment, and, it's that preparation, the checklist, and then trying to mentally rehearse, the start. And for me, that's the hardest bit because I've never done the start before. So again, just trying to ask questions. But yeah, just getting into that racing mode, 25,000 people watching, my 2 biggest fans, my children, will be there cheering me on, my parents. It's going to be an amazing event. So I'm really enjoying that, that performing at a high level, just any level in a really competitive environment.
Excellent. And so for anybody at home that's maybe now totally excited about what you're going to do, wants to come along and cheer you on and see you in the race, how do we find you? What's happening on the day and when is it?
Yeah, so it's the Magnolia Cup at Goodwood. It's my race on the 3rd of August on Ladies' Day. And please do come along because it's a great family day. Lots of fun to be had. Our race is the first race to take place, and then followed that is a day of racing. So yeah, check out the website, get your tickets. And it will be a great day, and hopefully cheer me on.
Fantastic. Well, hopefully we'll come along and catch up with you on the day, Sarah. But thank you very much for coming in to speak to me today.
Thank you.